Hello everyone, and welcome back. Just left the tent. I'm driving down. Melissa and I are gonna have lunch. I think we're gonna do Buffalo Wild Wings today. So I took a shower and shaved when I was up there, so I'm clean, and now I'm heading her direction. Well, today I had to work this morning, and then now I came home and had lunch and come out here and moved the trucks, and they haven't been started for a long time, so I'm letting them run for a little bit. Drove it around in the field to get the shocks working, and now Brandon, he's going to come in with the mower here and mow this stuff out of the way. He's actually mowed pretty much everything. It's looking really nice. And then I'm going to start moving some stuff around in here. It's a warm day out today. It's like 83 or so, but it's real humid. Yeah, start moving some of this around so we can kind of see the floor. See how much I have to get a jackhammer for to chip out those curbs in here. some more lights in here.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big space. Let's see, I need to keep a pillar here so that we can put across to this one. Clear all that out.
Oh, we could leave that in there.
We had talked about tearing it out for like a half or whatever so the heat would just be more around and then leave this wall, or we could leave that and pull some of this out. I mean, it's totally up to you, it's your place. That's a hell of a fun. Melissa was just out here for about a half hour, sitting in the blue chair over there, talking about where she wants to have shelves and how we're going to set up the kiln room. I'm just going to get this swept into a pile tonight, and then I have got to get in there and start editing videos. I've got 3 videos to edit right now, and this one here is a 4. But this one still has about 3-4 more days going on it. That's going to be a nice big workspace. And then over here, up in that front corner is where the kiln's going to go, that little 4-foot wall. I'll tear that out because it's completely out of level. And build a wall going straight across with another door here. And then she can fit 2 kilns in there. And they get so hot that I'll have to put cement board on the wall. I don't have to worry about the metal wall there to go to the outside, but I'll put cement board on there, and then we've got the big fan in there. So that will air it out real nice. And all this stuff I'll get out of here eventually. These 2 windows here were special order. They fit the windows that are upstairs in the 2 bedrooms of the house. Just never got around to putting them in. This is one that came out of some job. And then you have these 2 that are nice, really tall ones that I got from another job that they weren't right, so I bought them from the company that I was putting them in for. Might end up putting one on that back wall after I don't have that lumber there. Definitely think we'll put one over on this side wall. But up in that front garage I have several windows that are the same size as that one right there that we put in a couple years ago, so I'll probably do those size so they're the same. And in the workshop here, I've got some stuff to put away, but not too bad though. I really thought it would be a lot worse.
She's taking control of her own.
Alright, what time is it? 7:40. I'll go in there. I need to take a shower tonight because I gotta turn that light off in there. Because it was a hot, sweaty day. And what was really nice is now it's been a couple of months anyway since Brandon had those 3 surgeries on his leg, and now he's able to get on that riding lawnmower and mow, which, I mean, it takes me hours to mow everything, and it's done. I have to at least get in here and check the beans and see what they're doing. There was one big enough to eat, small, but big enough to eat the other day when I checked, and I watered it last night I ran the sprinkler for maybe 3 hours, and today was hot and humid. I mean, look at these tomato plants. They're as high as my neck. Tomatoes everywhere. And I mean, we still have a good solid month of warm weather and halfway decent daylight hours. We might actually get some red ones. Yeah, it was down here. Yep. There's going to be so many beans. Look at this down here already. Look at them all. Look at all the Roma tomatoes that are coming on these. I keep looking at this one. Oh, is there any color to those? The sweet 100s over here. Can hardly walk in here now. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, look at how big the cabbage is. Oh, I thought there was one that had, like, see this one? I think it's getting a little bit of orange. I don't see red very easy, but that looks way greener down there than that one. I'm gonna get inside and get to work. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna run up to L&M and get some chicken food. And then when I get back here, we'll end up back out in that back part of the workshop and try to fit that plywood into those. Where the manure used to be spread years and years ago, just like I did up in that front part of the workshop. Oh, that's all I'm going to do for today. It's 7:15 right now. I'm a total mess from all that dust. Definitely need a shower. I've never had that piece of plywood off of there. I'm going to see I've got like a double run how that... There used to be the system in there that was automatic when this was a dairy barn that would take the manure out. And, you know, so it would have some sort of a paddle system on chains that would go around the whole thing, and some of the parts are still in there. But from that right side, where the drill is, to over to the left side, where the piece of plywood is sitting on edge, I can span over the middle part. I won't even have to cut it out, except for right up in here. I'm going to have to do some stuff here. And the weirdest corner is going to be right there. Like, I think I'm going to come, trying to do this looking through the screen, come straight across with my plywood to this side, and then have a strip here that comes up against it. This little corner right here is going to be the hardest one. So, but anyway, I'm glad that I get to span that far, because then the little ramp, the rampiness, if that's a word, isn't as much. You know, it's not even really going to be all that noticeable. Over in this corner, I thought it was going to be worse. I think it's not going to be as bad as it is up by in the workshop by the main saw in there, the like radial arm type saw, whatever that, my miter box type deal. But if it is bad, I told her that's a good place to put a big table, and then I can, like, if we build a table, and then I can cut the legs so the tabletop is level, but the legs, you know, might be 3/4 of an inch longer on one side than the other, or what, you know. She can figure that all out. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do here today. I got to work in the morning tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm going to get back here. We'll see if I get back out here or not. I contacted the guy that I got, well, my first load of wood, the birch. He has birch and maple available, but he's about 2 weeks out. So I messaged him what the price is to get 12 cord brought out here. I'll get that out here. I'm not going to put it by the boiler. It's going to go back out, you know, where the wood pile is. And then before winter, I'll get all that cut up. I want 24 cord cut, hopefully. And then I'll have an additional 12 cord that I won't cut that'll be sitting here. But if I decide to get birch for this next load, I would want the next load after that to be maple or oak, because birch, you got to get that cut up and cut, you know, or and burned within like the first year, or it starts to rot inside of itself. So we'll see. So I need to get her little area going good, which it is now. I have wood to cut up. I still want to build a shelter for the wood. Before we were talking about building just like a permanent structure right here. But the more that Melissa and I talked, and I don't know if I talked about this in another video yet. I always get questions on this wood pile. What are the little bugs? They must be little gnats, or they look like fruit flies flying around. I don't know if you guys can see them. But anyway, I'd like to do I don't know, 12 by 16, 10 by 20, something. But I'll build it over here, but I'm gonna put it on like 2 or 3 6x6s, and then I'm gonna put it here, fill it with wood. In the spring, I'm gonna hook onto it with a tractor, and I'm gonna drag it over to where the wood stuff is. It's getting too enclosed with buildings. I don't want to have another one here that's permanent, because we're seriously talking about one of the future projects still is going to be doing a greenhouse, and because on the back of the boiler we have it all set up for one more, I can never remember the word. Anyway, one more run. All the hookups are there. It would just be digging it into the ground from there to where the greenhouse is. And then we would heat that all the time. So I don't want that sitting here, which will be a pretty building, and then have a wood shed here, and yeah. So anyway, we're going to do a movable one, and I think that'll work really good. I mean, it'd be really easy to pull with the tractor when it's empty, and drag it over here and fill it up, and in the spring drag the whole mess back over to where the wood gets cut. Plenty of stuff to keep me busy. Wouldn't want to get bored. Still got to get back out in the guest house. With Brandon getting around a lot better now, he can help me in there, which is going to be nice, because I hate taping and sanding and everything, and he'll be able to help with the sanding and, you know, probably the taping too. He's taller than me. But I'm done out here for tonight. So it got to 87 degrees. I think it's still right now about 82. tomorrow it's supposed to drop and only be about 73 and be in the low 70s for about a week, I think. Cooking up some taco hot dish tonight. It's been a while since I made that. I'm also making up some fried potatoes, and then I'm going to do some green beans. Today I left pretty early this morning. I didn't get home until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Did a good garden check, just looking at everything, and decided I'd get the sprinkler going on it. So much stuff is producing, and now, today now is Friday, and it got to 76 degrees, so for it being a chilly summer, it's nice getting these, you know, some heat this whole last week. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 76 also, so I thought I would water it tonight. And then Sunday, we're supposed to get something like an inch of rain, which is just, you know, just like everywhere else, it's been pretty dry this year. But I've decided, you know, if I get a half inch of water on it today and then it's 76 tomorrow, and it's, you know, that's going to be really good for it, and another inch or whatever of rain on Sunday, if it actually happens, isn't going to hurt anything. Right now it's almost 7:30 at night. I think I'm going to run out into the fish house camper and just pick a few things up. It's kind of messy in there. I just finished editing a video and just need to get out of the house for a little bit. And I didn't feel like working in that back part of the workshop. I would have needed a shower this morning. I need another shower tonight. After that, it gets so dusty. Can't remember which camper I have plugged in right now. Not this one. Oh no, the refrigerator light's on. That means we're out of gas. That sucks. I think she has stuff in there too. Dang it. I don't think there's much in there. Still kind of cool. Let's check the freezer. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool too. Every couple days I switch the plug-in to keep the batteries charged up. And I've had the work camper plugged in because when they do come and get it, you know, you have to have the battery charged up to run the slide. It doesn't run on electric. So I keep that one charged up good. And now I'm just going to plug in this one because Melissa and I will probably come out here this weekend and watch a movie or something, clean up some more in there. I haven't been in here in probably a week, but I did shut the refrigerator off in this one and opened everything up, so it's like as clean as I got that thing. There's no way I'm going to let that stay shut, and then it runs out of gas, and then I've got to clean up mold inside of there. That thing is too spotless. Everything looks awesome. It's going to a happy place. I really am going to miss this camper. I liked it. I have the new gas tank hooked up there, and now it's just the one light, but I haven't heard it pop on outside yet. Let's turn on the water heater just to hear it click on to see if there's gas that far. I couldn't hear the gas before. I had to unhook it and hook it back up. Now I can hear the gas. Might as well do the front one then. There we go. Huh. I betcha. You know, when I got the tanks filled up, there was one where the guy had to push the screwdriver in it. And I wonder if that's the one, because I hooked up the other tank, but I did not turn it on. So what's going on? I can't hear the gas now. before when I I can hear this one kind of leaking too. Bet you that's a bad one right there. Let's see what happens then if I open up this one. I just replaced both tanks. There, see, it goes right up. I'll have to see, I'll hook this one up to the barbecue, see if I can get it to work on that. Let's go inside and see if we can start everything up now. I can hear it now. So let's do this with the water heater. There, it fired up. I don't have the water hooked up to it though. There's water in the tank, but at least it fired. Good morning, everybody. We're just getting everything ready inside. Today we're gonna do a fish fry, homemade French fries. I think she's also gonna do shrimp and oysters. Got the oil heating up here. Looks like the one on the right is ready. I just have to run the potatoes through the French fry maker, the cutter, and we'll get moving. But right now we're actually waiting for Walmart to get here and deliver the potatoes. She had an order that was going to be here at 8 o'clock this morning, and then about 9 o'clock she looks at her phone and she had never clicked to complete the order. So she hit it and it was supposed to be here at 11. Usually I start all this cooking at 10:30 to get it done by noon, so it'll be a little bit late when we eat today, but it'll be good. Made a nice big mess, but the potatoes are ready to go in. They don't? Oh, that's nice. Good morning, everybody. I didn't film anything really yesterday except for us cooking. I did go out into the fish house and got that cleaned up somewhat because it was such a mess in there. Got it looking a little bit better, and then Melissa came out here and we watched a movie. What did she want to watch? What did she put in? Oh, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I was almost falling asleep and she says, "Don't fall asleep." And then the next thing I know, she's sleeping. So then I was laying next to her, so I got up, and then she had bought me this camera system that I need to put in here behind the fish house because you can't see who's behind you, you know, when it's so long. So I was looking at that and stuff and reading the directions, and I'll have to get that installed before this winter. And today now, we were going to do chicken. I was going to do chicken thighs on the over charcoal on the grill. But we have so many leftovers after doing the fish yesterday, and then 2 days before that I did the taco hot dish, and that taco hot dish is so good. She's just going to do a veggie bake today to go with whatever, and we'll just have that. And today we're going to go out and pick raspberries. Right now, in the back corner of the property, there is, well, not the back corner, but the back corner of the woods part of the property, We have a couple of blueberry patches back there that we haven't checked, so I want to run back there on the four-wheeler right now and just see if there's any berries back there. Haven't looked at those plants at all this year, so I have no idea. And then we have blueberry plants with blueberries on them, and elderberry plants here that she bought. And we might plant those today if we can decide where we're going to plant them. Might plant them over where she had the bees. I'm just not real sure. And if we can figure out a mutual spot, we're going to plant those. 2 days ago they were forecasting that today was going to be a high of 68 and we're going to get between an inch and a quarter of rain. And now the forecast is very little chance of any rain and a high of 77. So that kind of, I was looking forward to getting that inch of rain on the garden. I think we might have even talked about that in this video, but that's not happening. Tomorrow morning I may go in and rent a jackhammer and take up this cement curb thing that's in this side and get rid of the short one on this side, and then of course bring the jackhammer back, and then we'll probably get a dumpster out here. I've been waiting to get a dumpster until we can jackhammer that up, and then I can get that all put in there. There's a bunch of stuff from the guest house on the outside. There's a pile of the wood that's just cut off, some stuff that is treated that it can't be burned. It can go in there, and then the sheetrock scrap and stuff that's inside the guest house, get that thrown in there too. I want to get all that stuff out of the guest house so I can move around in there. I can't remember exactly where this trail goes. I think it goes right through here. Some big blueberries on these ones. Not, well, there's quite a few, I guess, but not as many as last year, but a lot of them might have fell off because these are all now mature. This whole area is just full of blueberry plants. Yeah, I might have to come back here later and do a little picking. I don't think Melissa will come back here. The deer flies are pretty bad right now. This deer trail right here is used quite a bit. I need to it's getting to be that time of year. I need to throw a SD card and some new batteries in the cameras. Start doing that again. I'm just out here picking stuff for the veggie bag. I think I'll give these leaves to the rabbits, but that head pretty much fills up this whole bowl. That's a lot of cauliflower. Should make for a nice veggie bake. And the first 2 tomatoes.
The system.
I love him, despite him being angry.
Stop! You can't come through here! Ellie, go on, get back! We live here.
Your apartment was
Yeah, we have several of them out there like that.
According to the last data transmitted
I don't
by
think
the
I'll
fire detector,
have
the
to
fire
use
Grating zucchini and getting it into the freeze dryer. Fill all these trays. That's like 4 zucchini right there.
Help! Help me! Help! Grab this.
Well, I got quite a few. Picked a bunch, I ate a bunch, and I left a bunch because I'm sure there's wildlife that comes up here that kind of relies on this also. So yeah, add this to all the other ones we've picked this year. We're getting a pretty good amount of blueberries. I definitely should have put some mosquito spray on. They are getting bad back here. Oh, I got the blueberries, then Melissa and I just picked a whole bunch of raspberries, and now the blackberries are starting to get ripe too, so we picked a bunch of those. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. I'm just trying to think back on this week and I don't even know what I have filmed. I might go and get the jackhammer tomorrow morning and start in that back part of the workshop. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I will see you guys on the next video. What are you doing, beauty? Come on, let's go.